topic, we'll probably stick on this for a while because it seems like it's going viral about these.
Okay, I can't see me.
About these sex dolls. So that's going to be our topic tonight about these sex dolls because it seems like they're taking over. They're going viral. You know, they're coming out in all kinds of flavors. So, you know, if you like a white, Mexican, black, Puerto Rican.
White, Mexican.
Yeah, you know, they got all the kind of dolls you need. And they putting the butt on them to enhance your eyes. Enhance your eyes. So, you know, how was your weekend, Queen?
It was good. Turn that thing to the... Yeah, so we got both of us. Okay, cool. Having some technical difficulties. What's up, y'all?
What's happening?
So, I think I'm going to do a little live from our Instagram while we're getting this thing adjusted. So, just give me a second. So, anyway, the thing with the sex dolls, I keep seeing these posts about the sex dolls, and it seems to be a big thing. I put a poll in the Intimacy Chronicle group, and I did have one person respond and say yes, they would purchase.
That was that's a buddy of mine who went to school with Mario. I still should have said something to him about that. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
And I'm not knocking it because I feel like to each his own. You know, if that's what you like, you know, in between time, then by all means.
In between time.
In between that lack of sex time, then by all means, knock yourself out. Who am I to judge? You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm like, live and let live. But I think my concern, not so much my concern, but I'm going to say, what would be the reason that you would actually get a sex doll? Let me see if that's... Hello? I mean...
Well, I don't know.
Crickets?
I have no idea of why that be going on. Me personally, I don't want a sex doll. I don't need a sex doll. You know, but... especially nothing... I don't want nothing that don't talk back. How you like this, baby?
Well, you say, okay. So you need you need her to say.
I need her to say right, something. Cat, kiss, dog, something up there, yeah.
I think.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw or something. I mean, come on,
you want to go ODB?
ODB, I'm telling you.
Okay, so but I think the interesting thing about the sex dolls is, you know, I probably should have. You probably should have bought yours in. So we can show
Get the
people.
fuck out of here. Let me, first of all, let's get something straight.
What they actually look like.
Do I own a sex doll? Let's get that straight right now. I know I said some shit.
You said some stuff,
but
okay.
No, I don't own no sex doll. First of all, with my height and body weight,
it would bust.
It would bust the fuck right up. Let's just put that out there.
Oh, thank
you, know
you so much. I hope I'm saying your name right. Rue Landala. I'm tongue-tied. I'm sorry. I hope I said your name correct. But I appreciate that. I appreciate all your support. I think that I've heard people say, especially men, that, okay, London, lie. Thank you. I've heard people, men specifically, say that you don't have to worry about a whole lot of lip from the sex doll.
There's one guy who posted on Facebook that basically said that these sex dolls are running about $2,500.
First of all, $2,500 for a plastic
$2,500, and he's saying that they don't talk back. You ain't got to take them out. You ain't got to feed them. They don't give you no lip.
So
they just lay there and they take it. They always want sex. Whenever you ready, they ready.
But it's a dead lay.
You call it what the fuck you want.
I'm saying if you're gonna invest $2,500 in a sex doll because you don't have to hear lip, is that a man that's intimidated by women?
No, there are men who basically...
Are women just not supposed to talk?
No,
just supposed to lay there?
They're basically men who have done the dating scene and they done kicked out money and different things like that. So they figure, okay, how can I get my rocks off with a so-called female? And I have to deal with all of the BS. So now the sex dolls are coming out like it's intensifying the eye. If you've seen them, I mean, these dolls got badonkies, curves, hips, the hair, the lipstick, the whole 9 yards, and they to the point where you can put them in any position, and they'll stay right there. If you put a sex doll in a doggy style position, you can come home after 8 hours. After 8 hours, and she's still in that doggy style position. You ain't had to call her to say, hey, be like that when I get home, or nothing. Her round butt is just sitting there waiting for you, waiting for you to come the fuck home when you're ready. So a lot of men are feeling like, you know what? Let me invest in this sex doll. Like I said, you can get it. They're coming in all flavors. You want a Mexican, they can get a Mexican. You want a Chinese, you can get a Chinese. You want a Korean, you can get a Korean. You want a white woman, you can get a white woman. Black, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You want African, they gonna make them into African too. You know what I'm saying? You can get them in all different flavors, and they're coming built not with no pudgy stomach, not with no. I mean, they coming with flat stomachs, small waist, round butt, hips.
You sure do know a lot.
Coochie, I've seen the shit.
I'm just saying. I'm not throwing shade, but I'm just saying.
I mean, I smell the shade a little bit. It got a little dark. But they are coming to the point where whoever is then brought this out, it's unbelievable. They had a guy on there that had him a doll. And he carried her around. He put her in the bed. This motherfucker. Let me calm the fuck down because I'm going to say this shit.
I'm just saying, man.
This motherfucker is massaging her fucking feet. Talking about that she enjoyed that shit.
She had a hard day, so he just wanted to rub her
feet. She said she enjoys the feet. He is massaging a mannequin's feet. God. And he is content. First of all, this motherfucker looked like a low-budget Morris Day.
Okay.
You know who Morris Day is.
Are you so sure that Morris Day wouldn't have a sex doll?
He probably would, too.
Because he's kind of nasty. Okay.
Ain't no pepper in the baby.
Okay,
yeah,
exactly.
Fuck that.
Right.
Fuck that. I'm just saying, listen. Yeah, a relationship, dating or whatever, it ain't going to always be peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? But investing $2,500.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money to have a doll. I posted something on Facebook, and this is what I said. What the fuck are y'all going to do, all those who got these sex dolls, when summertime hit?
I saw that post.
When the fucking temperature is 102 degrees and you look over and all you see is hair, coochie, and eyes. Where she done fucking melted on your motherfucking ass. I mean, they bringing out these sex dolls because it's wintertime. Did anybody throw them in the oven? To see if they're going to melt?
Let me just ask a question. Because if we're talking plastic, I mean, $2,500 is a substantial amount of money. So, I'm old school. So back in the day, my parents had the plastic on the chair. So, you know, your ass sweats on the plastic.
And you slid like a motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. You slide off of it. So, when you're in the mix with that sex doll, are you going to hear that plastic sound? That...
I don't think you're going to hear that plastic sound. I don't think you're going to hear the plastic sound. But the bad part about it is, you may smell rubber.
Okay.
I'm not trying to. I'm sorry. Whoever came out with this.
And then we're not knocking what you're into.
I'm not knocking what you're into. Yeah. I mean, because here's the thing. This is the part that I don't understand. There are a lot of women who have an issue with these men with the sex dolls. Put your page on me, because I'm talking to everybody.
Wait a minute.
Now.
Let me say this. Jason asked the question. He said, "What's the difference between sex doll and a dildo or a bullet?"
That, you know what?
But
I was getting ready to say that.
Let me touch on that a little bit, because a dildo is not the full model, Jason. The bullet is just that. It's a bullet. So it's not like we are cuddling up with a dildo or a bullet. So, but when we say sex doll, you're talking the whole shebang. Exactly. So, I think that, I mean, who am I to say what you spend your money on? But $2,500, that's a lot of goddamn money. So, you meet someone, you all go on a date. You're not going to spend $2,500 on a date.
Hell no.
Exactly.
You may spend $2,500 in 3 months.
Okay, but you got human connection, is my point.
You may not. If you had human connection, would there still be a lot of motherfucking single people out here?
I think that we got a lot of damaged people out here that are not specifically sure on what they're looking for. I think that, you know, I think it just takes a special kind of person. I'm not going to, because it seems like I'm judging, so I'm not going to do that because, you know, as a woman, I have a dildo, you know, or 2 or 3, but don't fucking judge me. But I wouldn't order a sex doll. I think that's the whole thing. I need that connection with someone. I think that to say, okay, yeah, I'm going to get, because I think Jason answered and said yes, but I think Jason might have been being a smart ass when he asked the question. But I think that a sex doll, it's like you're void of making a connection. And are you just at a point to where you're no longer interested in connecting with someone? Because that's what it would seem like to me. Just to get your rocks off, hell, you can masturbate for that.
Well, at that point, when you, I believe that when a person gets a sex doll, I think that they've given up. Feel like that
they've given up on a relationship.
And some people believe that they get a connection with the sex doll.
How so? Is she talking? Do they have them? Do they actually come with the voice?
Some people don't want something that just talks back. They just want something that they can just do whatever with. But see, let me tell you. Sometimes,
I gotta see one.
Somebody, if they're not in their right mind, they'll believe that woman is talking to them.
So, are you saying? But I don't think everybody that orders one would necessarily not be in their right mind.
Let me tell you, there's just some freaky motherfuckers out
right,
here.
And that's what I'm gonna say. It could be considered their fetish.
You know, I mean, I want to know, why is it that the women got y'all are so jealous because
I'm not.
Okay, let me say some of you women are so fucking jealous now of these fucking sex dolls. Because why? Do they don't have the body? They got the body y'all wish y'all had.
Well,
let me just say that. I'm gonna just put it out there.
Because you can work on your body.
Exactly, but y'all been using rubber for the longest time. Y'all been using rubber dildos for the longest time. Y'all don't need the whole man. Y'all don't need the whole man. Y'all just need the rubber. I seen a rubber. Let me tell you. There's some sick people out here. There's some sick people out here. Because there is a fucking dildo that is the size of a fucking sub. Like my arm. And these people are taking it and they're sticking it in the woman's ass. The asshole is this fucking big.
Now you lost me.
I ain't losing you. So when it comes down to sex, people are doing anything that they can to try to
take it to the next level.
Take it to the next level and fulfill their sex. Now, trust me, these sex dolls, they starting to be the hot commodity.
It seems
but
like
it's gonna be a fly by night kind of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like the thing, and then now all of a sudden it fade off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they had an ad. I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook. 3 men contracted AIDS.
I'm done.
Because of a sex doll.
I'm done.
We already know one of them motherfuckers already had it. And all 3 of them decided to get in. And then the other 2 just contracted the shit.
So let me get this straight. Are you saying that they've run a train already on the doll?
Yeah.
Now, I think I'm all about, to each his own, okay? I think that I'm serious, because everybody's into different things and whatever makes you happy, whatever. But I think that I still go back to this $2,500. I could think of so many different things to invest $2,500 into. I think that, when it comes down to that, what type of person actually would buy a sex doll? What type of person? It's got to be like a disconnect to the point where you just don't want any type of human connection. Now, I'm going to say for women, when we have a dildo, it's not because we don't want a man. It's because we are not in a relationship a lot of times.
That's not always true.
I'm just saying in general, but I won't put myself out there. Sometimes you just need to take the edge off. It has nothing to do with being in a relationship or not. But it's not like you're looking to make a connection. It is what it is. You want that, quick moment of satisfaction, but you're not looking to connect with it. I think when you start talking sex dolls, that's a different kind of person.
But y'all women are no different.
How so?
Than the people who wants the sex dolls.
How so?
Okay. Let's do the math. If a man wants a sex doll, he's paying $2,500. Are we on the same page?
Yes, it's the $2,500 that's blowing my mind.
You women spend $2,500 in fucking batteries a year for them fucking vibrators.
Now, I'm going to have to disagree because when you say $2,500 in batteries, that's extreme. I'm going to say that's
how much y'all using.
Now, I can say probably, I would say more conservative figure would be $100, but goddamn,
$100 in 1 year?
Maybe. I mean, because you buy the big pack of batteries
with
for
the five with the five dildos you have.
3. Let's get it right.
Okay, well, with the 3 5.0 engine dildos that you have. Oh, because the queen don't want nothing but the best. You know what I'm saying? If the fucking dildo can't move, if the motherfucking dildo can't move a speedboat, she don't want the motherfucker. Okay, so with the 3 you have, are these AA batteries?
AA batteries.
They D batteries.
No, AA batteries. I probably need to move to D batteries. Now, let me say, because I think he's throwing shade. But my toys have AA.
That's funny.
So,
oh, shit.
And ain't no shame in my game. You know, I'm grown. So
you gotta crank that motherfucker up with a
double
truck.
A, but wait a minute. My one, I'm gonna be very honest. One of them is kind of, because I've had it for like 15 years. So when you put new batteries in that, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't have any spark.
Richard said she got jumper cable.
See, that's so not fair. But I have to go. Let me see. Hey Keys, hey Kathy. Who else? Hi Karma. I think for women, we're not that extreme. I don't know. When I think of the women that I know, I don't see any of them paying $2,500, as you say, in batteries for one, and just to have a sex doll. I know me. I need a connection. So
Shauna said hers don't work no more neither.
So she know what I'm talking about. When that motor starts slowing down, and you like, wait a minute, even the new batteries not helping?
y'all women are cranking these dildos. Y'all don't believe in low speed no more? Y'all gotta take it straight to the max. You know, that's crazy. That is crazy. That's some crazy shit that y'all wearing out dildos.
Well, let me just flip it, because, you know, when you are, and I talked about this before, you know, for men, when you all have that orgasm, we have to wait for your sexual energy to build up. So in between that time, we might need a little something to take the edge off while we waiting for you to get your nap out, or because you've already depleted your sexual energy. We can have multiple orgasms. I'm not saying that you all can't, but you all don't do the necessary things to preserve your sexual energy. So I know somebody got something to say, so read it.
Let me tell you, LaShawna said, when she said, man, when that motor slow down and I be feeling it, she said she get mad.
It makes you mad.
She said she get mad and throw the bitch.
Yeah, it makes you mad. I totally understand. I want to get back on topic though.
What you get mad for? What you get mad for?
Because you're right there, and it just said.
Oh my God! But so, you know, they got sex dolls now for y'all.
Okay. What that mean?
They got sex dolls for now for y'all, and he already coming hard.
But my thing is, what happened to connection? Because I think that's what we're missing.
Nobody want it no more.
If you, and see, that's where we are at a disadvantage in our society. Nobody wants to connect anymore. Even when you take it back to these devices, and going back to that, and I say this over and over again, we are spending more time making love to our devices than we are to each other. We can't even have a face-to-face conversation with one another. Everything is by text.
Let me ask you a question. Is it that a person has... Okay, I'm 39. Okay. So, let's say I started dating at 15.
9.
Well, we'll use 9. I'm gonna take that shade. I'm gonna take that shade. But let's say we started dating at 9, and so from 9 to 39, it's been an up and down hill.
Yeah.
So now you figure. So now it's like when I look at this, you might as well call it a new commodity now.
Yeah.
Where we have a sex doll and her body is you know, I mean, round, plump titties, flat stomach, hips, ass, coochie, where you can stick your dick in the whole 9 yards or whatever. She's bendable, so she can stay in any fucking move you want. You know what I'm saying? Now it's to the point where I now sit there and examine myself to say, you know what? I've been to the mountain of relationships, and I've came out on the tail end. Now I can invest in a woman. She may not talk back, but guess what? In my mind, she'll talk back. And I can have sexual with her or whatever as much as I want, and don't have to worry about being turned down. I don't have to hear the word no. I don't have to hear, you know, I'm not sucking your dick, you know, or nothing like that. You know, I mean, there are times where there are certain men, y'all women don't do what we want. We feel like we need a sex doll. Y'all don't like to hear the word no, neither do we. You don't want to hear the word no, don't tell us no. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
But doesn't that then come down to communication? I mean, you all can't have a conversation about that?
It's a conversation that you can have, but the situation is where does sometimes it get you? Some conversations lead into arguments. When it come down to sex and one person ain't doing what they supposed to, if the communication ain't open to say, look, this is what I like, this is what I want, this is how you make me feel during the time and I don't like it, or we need to change it, you know, to be a better for both of us. You know, sometimes it can end on a good note, sometimes it can end on a bad note. But there are some out here right now that want to invest in these sex dolls because they feel like they don't have to worry about that.
But I would have to say, I mean, I'm not a man, but I think in a sense that's kind of cowardice. Wouldn't you say?
I mean, I'm not going to say cowardice, I mean, but when
you've decided
okay.
I no longer want to connect with a woman.
Exactly.
You know, I'll have a sex doll. That's the only connection I need. But are you getting everything you need?
In a person's mind who invests in that, yes. I'll give you a prime example. That's just like someone who feels like that they're tired of. I'm gonna use a woman. You get a woman who has dated. She's done a relationship situation, the whole 9 yards. And she's so tired of men that it takes that one female that may convert her. And then next thing you know, now she's gay.
Now, you know, now you are going into a different kind of...
No.
Because I think, and this is just my opinion, I don't think that anyone can turn you gay. I'm going to say this is something that's... No one can turn you gay. You know, I'm going to say that this is something that you've entertained probably a few times, and you used your trauma or your, you know, bad experiences with men to try the other side. Like, let me try something new because I keep getting hurt by men. But I don't think anybody has the power to turn you gay.
Well, this is the year of the men, damn it. This is the year. This is the year of the men. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have had y'all dildos for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Now,
but they haven't turned us gay.
You know, that may be true, but y'all have had y'all dildos for a long time. Let the men have their sex dolls. Okay, you know, the whole 9 yards. We wasn't saying nothing when some of you women was buying 2 dildos at a time. You know what I'm saying? And getting mad because I had one woman tell me that she used her dildo so much it melted from the inside out.
That's a little different, you know. But
that's some crazy shit.
To each its own.
That's some crazy shit.
Jason says $100 a year, 15 years, talking about the batteries, equal $1,500. Over 15 years, dag nabbit, Jason. But y'all,
thank you for that math, though, Jay.
Right, y'all are spending $2,500, you know, straight off the bat for a non-connective relationship.
Y'all spent how much you spent on the dildo? I mean, I'm talking about the good one. I'm talking about the good one. I'm talking about the one where it got the gear shifter on and everything.
The gear shift. I'm gonna say because mine is old, so I think I paid like $65. So don't judge me. Jason, you said one-time fee, but one-time fee or not,
oh
that's
$2,500
and you don't have a connection. You just have plastic.
I was drinking my juice at the time when she
then,
said that, and I couldn't get it out. That's crazy.
Is it crazy?
$65
versus $2,500. It's kind of a no-brainer.
Listen, if you all want a dildo, why can't you just go sit on the hood of your car?
Here's the thing. I think when you start comparing a dildo versus a sex doll, it's not the same. You all have purchased the complete woman. A dildo is just a quick fix. You done. You all are looking to have. You all want the doll to put her arms around you. You want to be able to do whatever and she not say anything. Just say you want to play with a doll. I mean, it's no connection there. Are you, like, to me, that disconnected that you would prefer to have something like that? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
It's not something that I think that a man prefers to have. I just think that at that point, you know, the man sees it's more of what you see with the eyes. Have you actually seen these dolls?
I said I actually have to go online.
You gotta go online
to
and
look
see
at what this craze is about.
These dolls, I mean,
because I'm gonna be honest, the way you sitting over there, you know,
don't do it.
I'm just saying,
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not
don't
coming
do it.
for you.
Don't. Yeah, you is. Yeah, you is.
What I'm saying is, you just got like. You kind of like amped up in your chair. Have you seen
I'm not
these
amped.
dolls?
I'm not amped.
Like, I mean, you got excited, man.
Don't get me wrong. Listen, don't get me wrong. When I seen them, I was like,
Jason.
When I seen them, I was like, damn. In my mind, I'm saying, damn. That dog.
Hey, T-Von.
That dog fat as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Look at your smile when you describe it. Like, God damn it, did you get turned on?
No, listen. The dog has a nice...
nice form?
Yeah, whatever. Listen. Okay, they got a nice figure. Whoever making these dolls, they are putting... When I say the definition, they're putting every definition into the body of these sex dolls, and it's turning on the eye of many men. I'm telling you, even they got the Korean dolls. They got the body of a black woman. The white girl's body of a black woman. The you know how the black ones are. They always got the. I mean, you can get them in all flavor. They're coming in all flavor now. You know, you can have. Listen, if you never fucked an Asian woman before, now you can get an Asian fatty. An Asian fatty. And they come to your house UPS. I really don't know if it comes UPS or not.
I mean, because you just went in.
I don't know if it comes UPS or not, but I think they will go brown. I mean, I figure. Or FedEx. I don't know.
Yeah, but $2,500 is better.
But let me tell you, I'm the kind of person that when I go to sleep at night, like, I'm more, until I go to sleep, I'm keen to certain noises. Like, have you ever had your lights out and there's something in your room and it look like a motherfucker? and you gotta like really like get in the soldier style and like really look to see, and then you realize there ain't nothing but your motherfucking coat draped over the motherfucking chair.
Oh, yeah, see.
So what the fuck do I want to...
What you ate before you went to bed.
Yeah, so what the fuck do I want to even have that in the room? Or let's say you had a busy day and you come home. And that motherfucker just sitting in the chair where you left it, but you forgot you left it there. You'll swear it was somebody sitting there. I can't. I can't. Them sex dolls, they look good or whatever, but if you got a man, if you got a woman, that's what you go to them for. You know,
yeah,
come
Jason
on.
brought up an interesting point. He said, but in all seriousness, it's all about population control. I can see that, but so is birth control.
Well, I put it like this. Number one, just like we said in the beginning, $2,500 is a lot of money. I can think of so many things I can do with $2,500.
And I think that's my
I can catch up with bills for 2 months with $2,500.
Exactly.
And to take $2,500 and invest in a sex doll, I'm sorry. That to me is poor investment. If you're a kind of person who can just blow $2,500 and you don't care,
then
fine.
Means.
By all means.
Knock yourself
eat his own. I don't care. But when you got bills, responsibility, you got kids, fuck a sex doll. I'm sorry.
I think that, and
no.
It's kind of, to me, a shame to say, but I think we're becoming more of the society that's becoming disconnected.
Right.
You know, and to me that's sad. You know, and I'm not, again, I'm not knocking anybody, but you make a $2,500 investment into a doll as opposed to connecting with another human being. I think that we are probably in a sad state.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, and see, the thing about it is, $2,500. Whoever thought about it, they figure they was gonna sell like hotcakes. They're gonna sell like hotcakes. They're gonna sell like hotcakes to motherfuckers who got money.
Yeah.
When you poor or you middle, low class.
No middle.
Or middle class. We can't afford that.
Yeah.
Now, if they bring out them sex dolls for $29.99, the bitches gonna get off the shelf like hotcakes. They're gonna be disappearing like a motherfucker. Listen.
But I think, again, when you start thinking of pricing, I think the pricing was set so that they could market to a certain group of people.
Exactly.
They're not marketing to Kevin and Johnny in the hood.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because they can't afford that. They're struggling to keep their lights on.
Exactly.
So those dolls are out for a specific group of people, not for the everyday person.
Right. Well, don't get me wrong. The sex dolls do come in handy. They come in handy. If you're a person who drive on the highway, to go to work or for business or whatever, if you put your sex doll in the passenger seat, now you can get in the HOV lane. Because once you drive past the police, they don't know if they just see two heads. So now you can just through the traffic. You can get right through the traffic. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person who got a problem with somebody breaking in the house, just put it right there at the window and the light on. Motherfuckers won't come in there because they think somebody.
What's that commercial? I'm talking about, is a Motel 8 or Super 8 or something like that.
We'll leave the light on
for you. Yeah, but you know what? I have to go back. Jason is full of it tonight. He says,
"Yeah, Jay.
Imagine you're a good dude that's generous and have a fling, paying for dinner and hotel rooms. Okay, so are you telling me that to avoid having to do that, you just pay the $2,500 flat fee for a sex doll?
You ain't gotta feed them. You ain't got to take them out. You ain't got to buy them no clothes.
But as men, I think that makes you all selfish in the sense that you all, $2,500 for the sex doll because you don't have to take them out. You don't have to, what else? Buy them flowers or gifts or anything like that.
You ain't got to feed them. You ain't got to worry about them arguing, talking back.
You've become, I guess, a self-centered person that's not interested in making a connection because you settled for a doll.
Well, let me ask you a question. You say that we don't, because we become self-centered because we settle for a doll. What about all you women out there who got those dildos? Have you become self-centered where you don't want to make a connection with the man?
I think you guys missed the point with a dildo.
See, when it comes down to the dildos, y'all got it together, don't you?
We're not looking to make a connection with the dildo. It's just a goddamn feeling from the motor. That's it. Bam.
But what do y'all need?
But what I'm
we
saying
can do
is,
that too?
you purchase a sex doll with the intent and having that be your woman. The dildo doesn't represent a man for us, and I think that's where a lot of you guys have it kind of like fucked up. You all are buying a whole body. Plastic.
I'm not buying anything.
But the way you got excited, I wouldn't be surprised if you had one.
Hell
I'm just saying.
You know what? Don't throw don't throw no fucking shade at me.
That was shade. I'm not gonna lie.
Shade like
but
a motherfucker.
I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, I think that's a whole body, man. It's plastic, and you'll pay $2,500 for that, so you don't have to take a woman out. So you don't have to buy a woman flowers. You don't have to hear her lip. To me, that's something wrong with you.
Well, that may be true. That may be true. That may be true. But there are men who just feel like, you know, if I invest this one time, I ain't got to worry about none of that. And they be like, call me what you want.
Till she busts.
Donna says that blow-up dolls have been around since forever. The difference is that they are making them in the image of these women with fake boobs, ass, etc. Folks with fetishes or ones who cannot get real pussy will use them.
And she's absolutely right, because those are the kind of people that I see making those purchases. Those people that have a problem connecting with someone of the opposite sex. Those are, you know, what those the makers will be. Those are the people they will be marketing those dolls to. I think that anybody who has been on many dates or been in different relationships and love connecting, why would they waste money on a plastic doll?
Right.
Why would you do that?
She also says not many can get a real human being. Then she also says, what's the difference with these women who purchase these $2,500 bags and can't afford their bills? A man can pretty much do the same. Amen.
But when you say a bag versus a doll, it's two different things. And the reason I say that is because
both of them fetishes.
But you can't have sex with the bag.
But it's a fetish.
But you can't have sex with the bag. It's my point.
Are you,
we are talking sex dolls.
Okay.
We are talking sex dolls. A bag is something totally different.
But can you honestly say that
I don't purchase those kind? I don't think people that spend $2,500 on a bag, I don't think that's a fetish. I think that's what they like. That's
considered.
It's not.
You don't think that's a fetish of a person who likes bags?
If you work hard and you can go out and buy you a $500 to $2,500 bag, I wouldn't call that a fetish. It's what you like.
Jeez, let me tell you. Any of you women out here that's spending $2,500 on a damn bag, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I won't even spend $100 on a bag,
so
that's just me.
Really.
You know, I've never spent over $40 for a bag, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, because I can't find, it's not a double standard, Jason. I can't find, the value in having, why would I buy a $500 bag and I cannot keep $5 in it? Yeah. To me, that's a matter of priorities. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. If you have a $500 bag and you go into the gas station only to put $5 in your tank, you can't afford that goddamn bag that you have.
Renita says, I love my toys, but I still want the real man's touch. No rubber sex doll.
Exactly. You want the connection. And I think that we're kind of getting away from human connection. And
then Donna says, some women would prefer a dildo than over a man.
And I think those are women, and probably the same with the person that would purchase a sex doll. Those are people that have been hurt numerous times. Right. And they can't bear to go through that again. So.
we got hood fellas.
Hood fellas
on the line. What's up, Benjamin? Yo, anybody? Let me just say this, put it out there. Anybody who don't know my man Benjamin, he's the owner of Hood Fellas, and he has some delicious food. Y'all need to get with him on his site on Facebook. got the deals and stuff that's going on with the food. But I tell you, the food's so good it make you slap your mama, and if your mama's not,
or your co-host,
and if your mama did, then you make you dig her up and slap her for not even telling you about it. But he said he would probably fry one.
Good fellas, Benjamin, time out. So,
oh my God!
I think
that's funny.
You know, we've probably been coming down hard, but I'm going to just take it back a second and say that we're not knocking what you're into, but $2,500 is a lot of money for plastic.
Okay, so let's do a poll. Let's do a poll right now on
I'm going to ask my
everybody.
Instagram too.
I just want to know how many people would invest these sex dolls. From what I heard, with full definition, body, character, the whole 9 yards is running about $2,500. And you, like I said again, you can get them in all flavors, each and every ethnic. So, how many of y'all would prefer? Cause they coming out for the women too. They coming out with the body, the men with the. Listen.
So do you get to choose whether or not you
this is a keg.
Wait a minute.
This is a keg right here. Well, hey Benjamin, we know this is a keg right here,
I got
shorty.
one for you,
you feel what I'm saying? But they not coming out with a heavy set guy. But they're coming out with the studs, the ones that got the pecs and the flat chest and the abs and
select
shit.
The size. 6 inches, 7 inches, 10 inches. Do you get to select the
You can select. They making the women select on the size of the dick. And they not calling them. Not calling them black guy names. They call them Alex and Tony and Charles.
I just had to ask that question.
And Jeff and shit like that. They not giving them names like Dirk, Benjamin, Big Nate.
Really?
You know, Brian. You know, they ain't giving them names, you know, like real men, masculine names.
Is that all those masculine names?
Hey, my man Benjamin
because
Hoodfellas. My man Benjamin Hoodfellas.
I'm throwing shade because
his name, my name, Brian on here. Brian on here.
First name you said? Tony.
Those are masculine names.
You're saying Tony isn't a masculine name?
Well, it's alright, but listen. Tony's on the fence. Tony could be white.
Let me say, because
Tony
I'm
could
going
be black.
to be shady here. Big Nate doesn't mean he's Big Nate.
It does.
I'm just saying.
Get the fuck out of here.
Now you're talking about.
Don't shade at me.
It's not shade, but
don't shade at me. You don't fucking judge me here. Okay.
But what I'm saying is,
you call yourself a queen. Do you wear a tiara?
You're saying I do sometimes in costume. Don't come for me. So you said a name like Jason or,
Yup, that's manly names.
Oh, that's a manly name?
Jason. That means you're getting the real deal. All of the but anything like Charles, Alex.
And you say Charles, is it?
Sam. You know, them names, no. Anybody,
man,
no.
That's narrow-minded to say that. It's very narrow-minded. It's very narrow-minded to categorize somebody by their name.
You know why? Let me tell you. Because they bringing out, they got a doll right now that's taking over that said her name is Aisha. Now, you know, Aisha, she a 5'7" sex doll booty that you can set a microphone on. You know what I'm saying? Her name is Aisha.
Because I swear you keep getting excited about these.
No, I'm not getting excited. I'm just saying it's just a fad that's going on. Let us men have our shit, damn it. Y'all done had yours for years. Let us have our shit. If we choose to get happy, damn it, we get happy. It doesn't mean we want them. It's just we just like the way that they look. I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I mean, shoot. Benjamin said he wants a doll that's named Jackie.
And she's gonna come with a tiara.
You hear that, Ben? You hear that? Look at the grinning, man. Look at the grinning.
Like, you better hand me some cornbread.
He said, and then he turned around and said, he going to fry that motherfucker.
See how you do?
Hey Ben, you had me worried for a minute. But then when you came back and said you fry that motherfucker, I was like, my man, there you go.
Yeah. Anyway, I think when we start talking about the sex dolls, I guess they're fine for the winter time, but when the summertime comes,
I feel sorry for the motherfuckers in the summertime.
It'd be like Frosty the Snowman in the winter and in the summer.
I feel sorry for them. I feel they do. You listen.
Unless they keep them in a cold place.
All you motherfuckers who get these sex dolls, you better keep them in a cold place. You better invest in one of them big ass deep freezers and shit.
But you know what? If you're spending $2,500, I kind of find it hard to believe that the doll would melt, because I would imagine that the manufacturer thought of those things before retailing them for $2,500.
Let me tell you.
Because let me tell you something. Not everybody would live in a climate where it's cold all year round.
That's true.
So I know that for $2,500, I'm pretty sure you don't have to worry about them melting.
Listen, if I was to get a sex doll, I want my sex doll to come with warranty papers.
For $2,500, you
$2,500,
damn right,
I want it to come with warranty papers. I want the motherfucking doll to have the tag on it that come on the pillows that say if you rip me off, it's a federal offense. I want that shit right there.
Did your pillow come with that? I'm sorry.
God damn!
I try not to go.
Let's move on.
I try not to go left.
No. Let's move on.
He walks into.
Let's move on.
So
let's move on.
He wants to move on now because there was a story behind that statement.
Let's move on. And we ain't gonna tell it. We're not gonna tell it tonight.
Just wait a minute.
We're not gonna tell it
tonight.
He
done got so wound up he had to open another pack of candy because he don't want that story out there. So we're gonna move.
And that's right.
We're gonna move from that for right now.
Let's move.
I want to come back to the sex doll thing, but we dived into the topic tonight, and I wanted to kind of bring up something that I saw in the news that has nothing to do with sex, but what do you think of Monique wanting to boycott Netflix? Because let me give you my opinion on that, and this is just my opinion. I'm all for empowering each other. I'm all for that. But don't bring the community with you in terms of you're throwing a tantrum because you're not getting paid the same money that maybe Amy Schumer or Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle. I think when it comes down to business, a lot of times it's all about the money. You're not drawing the crowd that a Dave Chappelle would draw. You're not drawing a Chris Rock crowd, and it comes down to numbers. I'm not going to invest millions of dollars in you. What have you done lately? You're not bringing those kind of numbers. So if I'm the one paying you, there's no way in hell I'm going to pay you $10 million when you are not at that level. You're not producing those you're not a box office draw.
Well, first of all, you never. Monique should have known after the Tyrese incident that there are certain things that you don't put on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And if you clearly listen to her, she almost sounded like Tyrese without the crime.
Exactly. They didn't pay me this.
And ever since she did that, now you got other comedians and other people doing the same shit, which is sort of like a funny kind of take thing or whatever. I've seen different people comment about that.
Mm-hmm.
They said that Monique is not happy until they fully blackball her.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like in that community world or whatever, you may not get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I mean, for her to do that and boycott Netflix or whatever, you got to understand what kind of world we're living in. That may not even play out to be a good thing for you, because then it's going to be to the point where, okay, well, when she don't get her way,
she throws a temper
then she throws a temper tantrum and want to, want to create havoc. Now, we love her.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Baltimore. We love her. At the same time, I mean, you gotta play ball for the game that you're getting ready to play. You gotta suit up for the game you're ready to play. And she can make a comeback. It's just sometimes you gotta know what to say, and then you gotta know what not to say.
Yeah.
That's. I mean,
I think about that, and I feel like sometimes I feel like that sometimes people don't have humility. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, they didn't pay you on a higher scale. Take the money, show what you're worth, so that when it's time to renegotiate, you can get that big paper.
Right.
I think a lot of times we've become so spoiled and thinking that we are one way and we deserve this, but when you start throwing these little tantrums, you don't show that.
Mm-hmm.
You show that you have more of, you feel like you're entitled.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But your numbers don't reflect what a Dave Chappelle numbers reflect.
Mm-hmm.
Your numbers don't reflect what a Chris Rock numbers reflect. What is she doing now? Because I couldn't even answer that question.
Well, let me see. Got Michael on here. He said, she only got 50 stacks for Precious. He said people scared to stand up to these big executives.
I'm not appalled. I mean, I'm not against people standing up. But when you stand up, you come with your A game.
Right.
I don't feel like she's coming with her A game.
Right.
If I'm going to stand up for something, it's going to be, for me, I'm going to come with all my information. Here's my statistics. I'm pulling the same numbers as a Dave Chappelle. Mm-hmm. I can fight with that. But if you don't have those numbers to back up your fight,
right,
that's the issue that I have. And another thing, I always feel like, certain celebrities, a lot of times don't pay our community any attention until they're wronged. Mm-hmm. Then they want us to rally around them. I have an issue with that. Mm-hmm. So I'm all about the sister getting what she feels she deserves.
Right.
But I think you can fight the big executive, but make sure you have your numbers to back up your fight.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Don't come off like a bitter ass child. I didn't get this and they paid so-and-so and they paid this one. I should have gotten that.
Right.
Well, let your record speak for itself. Obviously it didn't.
And see, now I'm like, Monique she has talent. We love her.
She does, exactly.
She got talent,
and no one's taking that away from her.
Sometimes we looking what the next person making and feel like we should be making the same thing. Like, okay, prime example. You Dave Chappelle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Chris Rock. You got 200, let's say 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
I got 100,000. And let's say they willing to give Monique 80,000.
Uh-huh.
If I was Monique, I'll take the 80,000 and let my numbers
speak for themselves.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
That's my point.
Because then I'm going to say, you know what, damn. We gave Chris Rock, 100,000. Dave Chappelle, 100,000. Chris Rock didn't do 100,000. As far as network,
His
whatever.
numbers, yeah.
Dave Chappelle did 100,000, but Monique came out and did 150,000. So now the next time that you go to the table, those people are going to remember that.
Exactly. That's my whole point. Have something to bargain with.
Right.
Not just your tantrum. They want to see numbers. That's what it's all about. Show them your numbers. So when you go back to the table, you can say, these are my numbers here.
Right.
Right. Now I'm asking for $2 million. You know what I'm saying? And you got the numbers to back that up. Now Jason says she's known for her tantrums. You have to play chess, not checkers. She should have took the money and created a good situation for herself.
Right.
She got an Oscar for her worst role, and her head got big. And I'm going to say it's a lot of that, too. Now she feels like, like she said, she's the most decorated comedian ever. I disagree with that. But my thing is, because I'm not bashing her. Like I said, I like her. I wouldn't pay to go see her, but I want to see the sister do well.
Right.
I think that when you get to a certain level, or you feel like you're at a certain level, and your head gets so big that you lose your humility, people aren't going to want to work with you. And
then I'm gonna tell you, let's use.
My Instagram is getting ready to shut down because they only allow you 1 hour. So
let's use Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Let's use Kevin Hart for example. Kevin Hart is about money.
Mm-hmm.
Has Kevin Hart been always paid what he wanted to be paid?
No, of course not.
But because he played ball and went along with it, this man is just killing. Every time you turn around, this man is in some movie.
And let me say, and I'm not going to say play ball and go with it. I think that when you talk about somebody like Kevin Hart, he's always branding himself. He's not relying on other people to do it for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing it on his own. He has his team, and I think that's a lot of it. If you don't have the right people behind you, because he's always, I remember him being around for quite some time with small roles here and there and waiting for his time. He made it happen, for himself in a sense. He's not looking for that handout. He went to get it. I feel like once she got the Oscar, or did she win it or did she get nominated?
I'm going to say nominated.
Okay, and I think that she felt like with that nomination, because a lot of times your career does go up. But I think in her case, it might have had the reverse effect in a sense. I think her attitude made her, got her labeled as a troublemaker, because I think she did get big-headed and became impossible to work with. I think that sometimes I think a lot of times they need to understand that it's a business. She made several remarks about Oprah. I guess maybe she thought her and Oprah were friends. Oprah is about the money. It's business.
Not only Oprah.
She put a couple of people out there.
That played Medea?
Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels.
Yep.
But it's business. They give you a role, or you've been on their show, or whatever the case may be. They're not your friends. It's business first.
Now, Mike says, that's cool, but 20 mil is far from 500,000.
I agree, but is she pulling the same numbers as a Dave Chappelle?
Right.
She is not.
And then Mike says her resume speaks for herself. Well, Mike, the thing about it is that
it comes
there's
down to
always new people taking over from what old people was used to doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there may be, these new people may not even know nothing about Monique's resume, because Monique ain't been out there in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the last time we seen Monique was what?
Some movie with Danny Glover.
Yeah, so we haven't even seen Monique in nothing in the last 3-4 years, we haven't seen Monique in nothing new. So these new people, these new executives that's taking over and different things like that, they may have heard of Monique, but they probably are not really into Monique, because if her resume spoke for herself, then she would be where she wants to be right now.
And I think that what we need to understand, it always comes down to numbers. If you're not putting up those numbers,
yeah,
and she's not putting up those numbers right now,
because people want that, they want to know that if they're investing in you, that they're gonna get their money back.
They're gonna get their exactly. Yeah. So, I just, it was funny because I keep seeing things about it, and I'm like, I wanted to talk about that briefly, but we got so into the sex toys and
right.
So I think that when you get to a certain level, it's nothing wrong with fighting for what you believe you're worth, but I'm gonna say in that same token, make sure you have your numbers to back up your fight, because that's what it all comes down to. I'm not spending $2 million on somebody that hasn't been prevalent.
Right. And you know what I feel what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is she's making a rant about this and that. And I really believe somebody is gonna give her a shot. They're gonna give her the money that she's asking for. But I hope that she can come out with a bang. Because if she doesn't come out with a bang, then it's going to be said automatically in the executive world, we gave you a shot.
We gave you a shot.
We gave you the money you asked for.
You bombed.
And you bombed.
Right. That's it.
So
yeah.
it ain't. So it's like, because these executives, they want to see if you all talk or if you can back up. Now, if she come out and she's the banger, then now they can be like, you know what,
exactly.
we made a mistake.
We slept on you.
We slept on you. Let's give you the money.
You what you're worth.
But if she doesn't,
that's it.
Then the first thing they're gonna say is, we gave you a shot.
Yeah.
You didn't come through.
Exactly.
We don't want to hear you saying nothing else no more.
Now I had to
you get what we give you.
Yeah.
And that's bad when it come down to the point where we give you, you'll get what we give you.
Yeah.
Until you come back up again.
I have to read LaShawna's comment. She said she should have taken the deal and then garnered her real money on the back end of her contract. And I would have to agree with that. Hi, Bennett. Who else is joining? Tamia. How y'all doing this evening? All right, we don't want to give her any more press than what we already did. But that kind of was something that was, on my mind. Like, there's no humility there. I'm not against your fight, but I just, again, it comes down to numbers. Show us your numbers. We can renegotiate that $500,000.
Right.
But
there's always room for negotiation.
Throw a goddamn temper tantrum.
Always room for negotiation.
Exactly.
Always.
Exactly.
Always. If you didn't get it on the first round, they'll make it where you double up on the second round and be happy.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if you ain't gonna know about second round if you ain't taking first round.
Right. So, yeah. That's kind of like enough on that. But I gotta ask, because I got a couple of men tuning in. So we talked about sex dolls. So I'm gonna ask EJ and Bennett.
EJ Warwick.
Yeah, EJ Warwick. Would you purchase a $2,500 sex doll?
EJ would. EJ would. He'd take it to the 33rd floor.
No, not the 33rd floor, but the pantry.
But EJ know what I'm talking about when I say the 33rd floor, though. EJ would.
So, I think that's funny. Hey, Mannix.
Oh, man, that's funny. That's funny.
I think, though, let me ask you, though, because we talk about this a lot, and I know you're in a relationship right now. So, if you weren't in a relationship and you could afford a sex doll, would you entertain it?
Hell to the no. First of all, look at me. I'm not your average spring chicken. Okay?
But she can ride you.
I'm more of the whole fucking rotisserie supermarket. Okay? So I can't see me laying on top of this motherfucking dog.
Well, she wouldn't have to lay. You wouldn't have to lay on her. She would have a smushed
face, okay, or smushed body or whatever. I know if I'm gonna have a sex doll, I don't even want a sex doll because I want a woman that get on top and know what she's doing and
so
get the work. So
you don't want to rotate her.
Yeah, but that's too much damn work now. That's too much work.
Saying, but that's too much work. I mean, like if you get a sex doll, and what is it? You all are saying that you can put them in any position that you want. Is that what I'm to believe? Listen, so if she's riding you, you have to move her.
Mike says no back talk, no menstrual. You can leave her butt naked at home. She won't step out.
Mr. Sensational, you're right on time. Sit down and let's talk about this sex doll thing.
Yeah, you know he gonna want one. But he may not even want a sex doll.
Mannix, would you buy a sex doll? See, EJ done got quiet on me, so he's not answering the question.
Oh, E. Sensational will want a sex doll. Sensational want a sex doll.
Would you buy a sex doll?
He ain't gonna want one.
That would be no.
He ain't gonna want one. He don't want one.
Why?
Because she can't make him a sandwich.
There you have it.
Okay.
That's flat, cut, and dry.
What do you think about it?
And you've seen them, right?
I have heard about them.
You ain't physically seen them?
No, I haven't physically seen them.
Okay.
But I will put it like this. It's not unusual to me.
For someone to buy.
Well, little known, there's a town in Japan, a seaside resort called Atami, where they actually cater towards men with virtual girlfriends.
Okay.
It's a video game. You have it like on handhelds. I think one of the companies made like a Game Boy. They made a version for that where you have a virtual girlfriend. And this real town has restaurants and hotels that cater to these guys that go out on dates.
That's what I was going to ask. Do they,
with these virtual girls. So anything's possible. That's in the box. You know what I mean? So if somebody's going to walk around their phone and saying, this is my girlfriend, anything's possible.
And it's already established. Because we deal with 4G right now, right? Over there, they dealing with 7G.
Yeah, their stuff is much faster than here.
7G. I mean, it's their design and the whole 9 yards. I mean, when you talk about virtual reality, because you gotta wear the glasses, right? You gotta have the
I think you do have to have the glasses.
You gotta have the glasses on, right?
They have some. Yeah, they have. I know their stuff is a lot faster and a little more advanced than
Right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
If that's a normal thing, if that's popular enough for people to cater to that, what's the difference?
Well, I imagine it's something for everybody. It's weird to me because I want the connection. But I guess for someone that's not really interested in having the connection, I guess whatever floats their boat.
From what I understand, it's just the opposite. There are, and I was reading this article.
Okay.
It was like there were a lot of guys, at least for the article about these young men in Japan. They're very pressed to be successful.
They don't have time for
super long hours.
Right.
And they're like, one guy said he just wanted someone to say hello and good night to.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I don't get it.
Did they talk? The game, you're talking about the game.
They're like responsive and everything back and forth, so they feel like, that's almost a relationship.
Right.
So this person, if that doll or whatever represents something to them, if that helps them cope, I mean, because I don't even think it's all about sex to a certain point. There's some people that are very lonely.
Yeah.
And that might be something that helps get them through their day.
And see, I was saying that some people are unable to connect with another person. So in that regard, I think I can kind of see that. You know, not everybody is open to connecting with someone, but $2,500 is a lot of money. I'm just saying in terms of if that's what you're not interested in connecting. I guess I can see that. But
how much do you spend going out?
Not $2,500
Let me
one
tell
night.
you something. A single guy will spend a lot of money going out.
How much do you spend on a date?
I don't go out.
But when you do,
it was normal date 150, 200. You know.
I think that's reasonable. So you're saying
if you're doing that and you're a guy and you're dating more than one woman,
it
you're
could
going
very
out
well
on a Friday
total,
and a Saturday,
yeah.
maybe done day during the week, you're going to spend that $2,500 in a couple of weeks pretty quickly.
Or okay, a couple of weeks, okay.
So I'm like, and you figure a lot of these people that are doing that, they probably aren't going out. They might have a lot of money sitting around.
And that's another thing that I was saying. That's a different market. That's not something that's going to be marketed to the everyday guy, because a lot of times people, are living paycheck to paycheck. Who has $2,500 to spend on a doll?
People got $800-900 to spend on jeans and tennis shoes. So
yeah,
people are going to get what they want.
I agree with that, but what I'm saying is I believe that when they are marketing, I think they're marketing to a specific group.
Yeah, I think it's a novelty.
Yeah, exactly. They have conventions for that.
But in a strange way, I don't think it's completely marketed. People aren't buying it just for sex.
It's just to have somebody to lay next to them.
It's their perfect companion to a certain extent.
That doesn't talk.
It doesn't talk, or they have these animatronic ones that actually have artificial intelligence, and they will learn, how to communicate with you.
And fuck around, and be the new iRobot movie where the bitch starts strangling you and shit.
Wait, Jason's saying take it back to Demolition Man. Hey Van, Jess, and Brandon, thanks for joining me. I guess it depends. I guess the one good thing is you never have to worry about that doll cheating.
Just unplug it.
You better hope when them AI ones, you better hope they don't go into battery backup mode.
You right?
You unplug me, switching to auxiliary.
They probably won't cheat on you.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to worry about them cheating. If you don't, you don't have to hear lip, as Nate said.
They're not going to force a relationship or marriage on you.
Lay there. Oh, Mr. Sensational, come on, man.
They're not going to listen. What are we doing with this? Where are we going from here? They're not going to do anything.
So you don't have to take them out.
Nope.
Van, would you buy a sex doll?
Mike says, where the BBW sex dolls, though? Nobody want them. Nobody want them. He said it's tax season, great timing.
Yeah, see, how about that?
Yeah, if you can build a bear, you can build a chick.
Yeah, man.
To each his own, That's what I'll say to that. Now, you said they're coming out with a doll for the women.
Yes.
Yeah, they got those.
So how many women listening would actually purchase a sex doll? Van says maybe. Tell me why, Van. Would I purchase a sex doll?
I like to beat up the person who took your thing. I'm powering off. My phone died.
What? Anyway, I'm waiting for Van to elaborate on why, he said maybe.
It's a novelty, I guess.
I can see that.
It's sort of like collecting G.I. Joe, man.
But nobody's fucking G.I. Joe.
I understand that.
You dress it up, it can be with... could be an Outback Jack.
What did
Did
you
you say Outback Jack? Oh my God.
That's before my fucking time. I don't know who the fuck it is.
It ain't before.
Yeah.
It was my last summer. That's what it was.
Damn.
Outback Jack.
Outback. You ain't collect nothing when you was small? My Little Pony or nothing?
I wasn't
Barbie
a
doll?
My Little Pony girl, but he said guaranteed orgasm with no lip. Well, there you have it.
You can role play with it all day. You dress up how you want. You can have it with Prince one day.
Yeah, that's true. You can dress them up. I guess in whoever you desire, you can dress them up. I think Mr. Sensational really thought about that. Yeah.
You can look at it and be like, I'm gonna fuck you. And while I'm fucking you,
I wasn't throwing shade, but I'm just
that was shade. That was little shade.
You tried.
That was little shade.
I'm saying he thought about it.
That was little shade.
She trying to take on home and have a threesome. That's what it is.
That was little shade. You can look at him and be like, look, I'm gonna fuck you. And when I fuck you, don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
You want me to stop? Say something.
right. Tap my hand when your leg get numb.
Yeah. The code
Now,
word
I mean,
is yellow.
can they move or are they just still? I mean, because you seem to know a lot about them, so
They're bendable.
they're okay. So it's not like an automated.
They're
thing.
bendable where
adjust
you
them.
can bend the hands the way you want them to be, or whatever.
Okay.
The only fucked up part about it is these some big ass hands. These motherfuckers' hands, this is the way the wrist is. Their hand is from here all the way out there and shit. Nobody wants that shit.
Better to hold
Huh?
You been done broke her neck.
Nah, I'm just saying it's just unbelievable how
Yeah.
they. I mean, from the head down to the feet, it's fine. When they constructed the hands are just a little
I'm
big.
just curious,
long
are these things machine washable or something? Because
That's what I'm saying.
That's
That's
hell
another
no.
thing
If you're
because
doing
you
things-
are exactly. So where does the sanitation come in at? How many men afterwards are going to clean the inside of the doll? Now Van say, you know what I'm saying?
I'll leave it.
Van said very flexible. He said
To
he would
answer your
design
question,
it.
not many motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying. So
Them motherfuckers be the nut in there and be like, oh, man.
I ain't got time to be
I
washing
ain't
her
got
up.
time to be washing her. I'm the only one fucking her.
So you're going back
Yeah, you
in
got stuff growing
time.
out of
I'm
after
the only one
time.
fucking her.
Exactly, the bacteria.
I wonder why your stuff falling off. You ain't been nowhere.
Exactly.
Motherfucker ain't worried.
Exactly.
They look. They
Unless
figure,
they are they self-cleaning?
No, hell no. You got
Like
clean
an oven.
Yeah.
Easy off and shit.
Right.
Hell no. Hell no. You got to clean.
So
They probably telling
Jason's
you got to clean
question
them.
is-
Alcohol.
And I'm not going to say it's just black women, Jason. I'm going to say if a man is considering a sex doll, then maybe it poses the question to women that perhaps you need to step your game up so that your man isn't considering a sex doll.
Got y'all scared nowadays.
It doesn't have me scared because I think that, again, there are some things that there are things that I can do that the doll can't.
But you should see the timeline on the Facebook.
Talk.
Huh?
Complain.
Not talk.
You
or
should see the
complain.
timeline on the Facebook.
Everybody's
women mad.
talking about
These women
this,
are mad.
and I don't
They're
understand why
mad.
they're mad. Because if you're doing everything that you need to do to take care of your man, why the hell are you mad? Because he's considering a sex doll. If you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing,
Because the playing field has now been leveled.
is it leveled?
It's level now.
I'm not going to say it's leveled. I'm not going to say a
Because y'all had y'all
doll.
dildos and
a
now we
doll
got sex
compares
dolls.
to
I'll
me.
just put my batteries in. The game has changed. It
Yes.
has been
Because there was the blow up ones where the
shit.
arm stayed just like this.
You had one.
And it was afraid. No, I did not.
I'm just asking.
No, I've been told you since the first of the
Okay.
show. I did not. Don't keep throwing the shade at me now.
you try to slide.
Yeah,
I'm
she
just
is. And I
asking
said in the beginning, I've never owned a fucking sex doll, and
You
she gonna
didn't have
come
relations
right in there with it
that
again.
doll. Van said you gotta clean it. It would be like reusing a condom, and I get that. But again, we're talking men. So how many men would actually clean the damn doll?
I mean, I put it in the bathtub with you.
And don't leave her in there in hot water, and you come back and she like Frosty, she's melted.
You can just use some Dove.
Yeah, let's put some done.
The Maxing
Dishwasher liquid.
Dusha.
Yeah, you can douche her.
That's too expensive. Cascade.
Cascade, man. You ain't trying to dishwasher.
Why? Shouldn't she plastic?
I can't even
Lemony.
Take outside in your lawn.
You want pine saw fresh?
Take outside in your lawn.
I know you would clean the dog. You probably get in the tub with the dog.
She can move. Take outside in the lawn and open her legs and just shoot the hose at her.
Did you say shoot the hose? It's just as easy to use Massengill to dish her.
Why would you pay those prices when you got all
Jason said they might come with drip cups. Now you might be on to something. That's something you might need to research. Do they come with drip cups? I would imagine that there would have to be an easier way.
I'll have answers next month.
Yeah, an escape shoot. You know, you could just.
I'll have some answers next month.
Escape shoot. I'm just guessing.
But that needs to be added to the fetish list. I would imagine.
It's probably on there. When you get home, check that.
I'm going to have to check that list.
One who like
mannequins.
Ones who like mannequins.
That was on there. That was on there. Yeah, it was on there. Now that you say that,
because the doll, this doll that they have now is nothing but a mannequin. If you put clothes on and put it in the window,
it's a a new mannequin. Yeah. The mannequins didn't have sex organs. You know, so they just took it to the 10th power. It's an interactive, yeah.
But knowing China.
Wait a minute, Van said she would also help him. Wait a minute, Van said she would also help him fix shit around the house, I guess.
Help her fix shit around the house.
She doesn't move, Van. You have to move her.
Come on, Van.
This nigga's like one of them vacuums and whatnot.
Okay. She's
it ain't like
not a Zumba.
Yeah. Oh no, not them motherfuckers. Yeah. That automatically vacuum your carpet.
Right.
If that's the case, then everybody would be breaking their neck to buy one of these motherfucking dogs.
Damn right.
Especially if she programmed to fuck me, suck me, make a sandwich, clean the house. Man. These motherfuckers be put on layaway.
Then they put herself right back in the box.
And put her right back in the box. Charging mode. Shit. Y'all be mad at the motherfucker.
Thing, like how long, okay, you have the sex doll. How long is the life of the sex doll?
They
I'm saying, do you have to charge them up, or do they just come ready? You know,
ready.
Is it like
they already come ready? They ain't come no batteries. Nope.
No batteries.
You get the plus package. And
so
they the undercarriage, you know.
Yeah, they don't come.
The wax and seal.
Some of them may come with lights that glow. You know, like if you walking with her in the dark and you can't see.
Yeah. Now Donna brought up an interesting question. Do you all perform head on the doll? It's crickets in here now, Donna. I think they're thinking about that.
They're trying to understand it, actually.
It ain't the same. It ain't gonna be the same.
And there is my point. There is my point.
It ain't gonna be the same.
They would never replace women because there's still some things that you can't do.
Would it be better than Pillow Corner?
I didn't bring it up. That seemed like shade to me.
This motherfucker
Can I sing you some?
This motherfucker stick his dick between two pieces of wet bread. Ain't that a bitch?
Man, you say for what?
At least you can
You don't come for me, damn it.
But he did.
Shit, yeah, I know he did. I came back though.
But that was a great question. I mean, can you give head?
I wouldn't.
Maybe it could be like a practice thing or something. I don't know, but you don't even know.
As if like you're practicing.
But a dog can't move her tongue.
Go up like like a pinball.
But you just said the dog can give you head.
The dog can. It can, but to have all of the juices and the tongue moving around and all that shit. Listen,
but there you have it, women.
The
doll would never replace you.
Yeah, the doll is not. The doll is not coming with automatic suction. Huh?
You're like a golf ball wash. You just go there.
No, I don't know. Because if that's the case, what if the bitch went in hyperspeed on your motherfucking ass? Next thing you know, you come out, the bitch look like a pencil.
She can, Van, but it's a dry ass head job.
I'm sure you can.
There's no saliva involved, okay?
You put some cooking oil or something, and you just keep it moving.
And burn your dick.
Peanut oil or something, you know what I mean? And you come out just...
Preferably canola.
That's right. It's dry hair.
Looking like a fried
and that's why I say the doll
you know?
would never replace women. You know, they're just some.
It's never going to replace women.
But they're getting...
Right,
it's never going to replace
women. But here's the
women.
thing. Like, you can't even...
It might delay them for a minute.
It might put them on backwash.
Well, I won't put them on backwash if the woman is doing everything that she's supposed to be doing.
Delay.
And when's that going to happen?
I think y'all are just picking the wrong women.
No.
It's you.
I think you should be careful. You can answer that question.
I ain't even on live. I ain't even on.
Somebody is.
Oh, you lying.
No, I'm just fucking with
oh, you fuck. Oh, my God.
Jason says sex doll is better than a pillow any day, Nate. That was straight
Who
up
said
shade.
that? Who said that?
Jason.
Hey, Jason. Hey,
That's why you guys excited to knock my shit down. Hold on.
Jason, don't come for me, man. You don't know me. You don't know my struggle, okay?
My life I had.
You don't know my life, man. My life I had to
you
fight.
You struggle at, what, 10?
Get the fuck out of here.
When did you give the pillow heat?
I never said no 10. Are you serious? It was 11.
Okay. Man, you shady. You shady.
You gonna get it say it right? Say it right, damn it. I take a
now, Van, I'm going to have to disagree with you, and I'm going to have to take it back to it depends on the woman that you're choosing. If you're not choosing the right woman to satisfy your needs, then, of course, you're going to get shortchanged. So, let's not say some women don't do certain things.
I know we joking around and stuff like that, but I can't see anybody that has a right frame of mind that will want to get a sex doll. I'm sorry.
But I think Mr. Sensational made a very interesting point. Some people have a problem connecting to women. They have a problem meeting people. So that sex doll would take the guesswork out of it.
Nothing replaces a woman.
I understand that.
And I'm going to tell you, there's certain things that women
are not
there's certain things that y'all do that we enjoy.
Right.
Like, let's say if we in the bed and y'all get out the shower and y'all smelling good, those are turn-ons. Versus smelling rubber and an old ass from last night hitting it.
But what does that mean to a virgin?
What that means to a virgin?
Yes.
You mean a virgin who's never had sex?
Yes.
That's a virgin.
No, I'm talking about like, I thought he was talking about like a virgin doll, but you talking about a person who just
you can't even reiterate those experiences.
Why would a virgin want to start off with a doll like that?
Maybe somebody that's incapable of making a connection with another human being.
There are people out there
that
just are either too shy or too socially inept or something.
Exactly.
That are not at that point. Maybe
of wanting to be with a real person.
It's not that they don't want it; they just can't. They cannot connect with another person. It could be that they're so weird that they weird people out, and they are, as you said, that they're not able to be social with another person. I saw
the other day. What's that show? The Chloe Revenge Body thing. Mm-hmm. There's a show Chloe Kardashian got a show called Revenge Body.
Yeah.
People who
her whole family on there, right?
This workout thing. Right. They feeling like they're trying to get the attention of somebody.
Right.
And
sort of like catfish.
Well, no.
It's like catfish. No.
It's a case of they either have low self-esteem. Most of the time, they're trying to get the attention of someone.
Okay.
Or they broke up with someone.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get them back, or they're trying to get. Like I saw this guy. He wanted to get with his best friend. It was a girl, but he felt she didn't want him because he was a little big and all this other. And he never had a girlfriend before.
Okay.
He never, he doesn't even know how. Those are the people that might be.
And that's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
I can actually see that as who knows? That might even be insurable or something like.
Right.
That might be therapeutic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you taking baby steps. It's not normal for people who get out and all that, but You have a whole...
For some,
That's
it
like
would
somebody-
be the
that's
answer
that-
to, yeah.
It's not that
Baby steps.
uncommon.
That's like somebody who doing that, and then when they get with the real woman, if the woman be like, well, nah, you know what? You should be more
I'm
like
going
my
back to
dog.
my
You should
dog
be more like my
because,
dog.
yeah.
Well, what that mean? That means she shuts the fuck up. She don't say nothing to me.
Yeah.
She doesn't speak. She don't
Well,
say
they just come.
shit.
They've just come.
You know,
become used to the dog.
I mean, so
and don't want the
But I
connection.
mean, I thought you could relate to this.
you didn't think shit.
With
You
the
didn't think
pillow
I ain't
corner
think.
and everything.
You
It
didn't
does.
think.
It
was a
kinda does
First of all,
seem
for the
like-
real.
First of
And I'm
all,
not even throwing
I
it
wanted
like
to
that.
learn how to eat pussy, so I chose that, and it wasn't therapeutic, but I chose that to be a starter kit.
Right, and so
far-
the dog
and that
could
didn't
be a
even look
starter
like a
kit for somebody
but
that's
that's-
never had
listen,
sex.
It didn't even look like a woman.
It wasn't. Say it again.
It didn't look like a woman. It was a pillow.
It
No,
looked nothing like
have you
a
seen
pussy.
the pillow? I gotta reiterate this.
I've never looked at it that way.
Have you seen four corners on the pillow?
That way.
Not like that.
Tonight, when you go home, you look at your pillow and you bring the corner of the pillow towards you, and doesn't look like a clitoris.
You know?
Don't say that it doesn't, because it does. So when you're young and you want, and you know, I mean, because when I was coming up, you know, there was always it was the main thing that women was talking about was men can't eat pussy. And I said, I'm not going to be one of them men.
Well, let me go take you back to that point. If you had the choice between that pillow corner and this rubber doll thing, what would that 11-year-old pick?
I would probably pick the fucking pillow, because just like I just told Jackie, I don't like to see shit at night. Have you ever seen shit in your motherfucking house and it's dark and you got to really look to see what the fuck it is, because it really look like somebody sitting there? And they come to find out it's your fucking clothes
Like
laying
the
over the chair.
poltergeist clown.
I know you've
Remember-
seen it. I don't
remember
fuck
that?
with
You don't
clowns.
like it? Okay.
I mean, I like
I'm
clowns.
assuming your doll would be laying with you.
Huh?
I'm assuming you'd be with your doll instead of the pillow.
No.
Yeah,
See,
man. It's
after
a whole
I'm done,
story about that.
I'm done, I can sleep on my motherfucking pillow. I'm not. I don't
You
want
can
to.
put the doll right back under the
No,
bed.
no. Only for the
Now, let
arm
me-
to drop out, and
let
then
me-
I get up and the motherfucker touch me like that. Oh my God, I'm gone.
So I have to read Donna's comment because
Oh,
she said,
Lord.
Nate, get one and find out what the head game is like.
Hell
If
no.
it grips your dick as you come, take one for the team.
Like,
I'm going to have to go with her on
I'm
that.
tired.
Take one
I'm
for
tired
the
of
team.
taking one for the team.
He said, what that silicone mouth do?
I'm tired of taking one for the team.
Well, now let me just clear this up, because the pillow eating shit, that wasn't for the team. That was your own selfish shit.
But I brought it out to tell my story.
You wanted to share your
I
story.
wanted to share my story.
So
That's
now
his
you can
testimony.
understand
Because
what
I-
if a person orders a doll, you can kind of relate, because you wanted to make
I
sure.
can't relate.
Listen, you wanted to make sure that
Don't
you.
throw no shade at me.
I'm not, but let me finish. You wanted to make sure that your snatch eating game was up to par. So that's why you practice on
substituted.
your pillow. The same way for somebody that would order a doll, want to make sure their sex game is up to par before they lay with the real person.
Gets them out of the uncomfortableness of the first time they do it. I guess.
Exactly.
Well,
Can you understand it from that perspective?
I mean, you're saying that you put it like that.
Yeah. I mean, because let's just face it, you're like one of a kind. I don't think, and I don't know an 11-year-old that actually looks at the pillow and say,
Not the no. You know what?
Mark, you missed that.
Why did she have to even lick her lips like that?
Wait a minute.
Why'd she lick her lips like that? I never even did that.
I'm just saying.
I
want to know
no,
what
man.
goes through a person's mind when they're looking at the pillow.
Like, I tear
What
that
in
shit
your
up.
head says, this is
I'll make you
a
sleepy,
juicy
bitch.
ass. Wait a minute, Mark. This is what is it? A sexy ass clit. I mean, I'm
listen.
just saying, who looks at a pillow like that?
Him.
Aside from him.
I thought you was with me. You raised your finger.
He left your
But
ass.
then it
He
kinda-
left your ass
I
out
hear
there in
you,
the
but I
cold.
can't reach
Okay.
on that one though, bro. I can't.
Listen,
I can't. I'm sorry.
okay, listen. We've done things. Some of us have done things that to other people may seem weird. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
He had a pillow fetish.
No, I don't have a pillow fetish. I mean,
Then,
ever since that time, it's never been nothing else.
You never looked at the pillow the same.
No.
So let me ask you a question. After you learned,
did that pillow make you a better man?
Did you lay on that pillow?
Yeah.
Did you talk to it?
No. Come on with the question.
So I mean,
come on with the question.
let me ask you a question. Now, Donna said that's some perverted shit.
They ain't no. Why I gotta be perverted?
Let me say this, Donna. I think that you couldn't be a co-host on the Intimacy Chronicles unless you've done some perverted shit. I'm just gonna say.
Why the fuck? Why does they gotta be perverted? That's not perverted.
You got a tickle butt fetish?
What?
She said, "Do you have a tickle butt fetish?"
No, I ain't got no tickle butt. Donna said that shit. Hey, Donna. You know.
So I mean,
right,
we're gonna take the shade off of Big Nate.
Yeah, I got the shades on.
It's just we wanted him to understand that, for somebody that would purchase a doll, it's kind of he should be able to relate to it because
I can't relate to a doll.
I'm not saying you can relate to a doll, but you related enough to the goddamn pillow. Exactly.
Man, I'm just saying. I mean, to each his own.
To each his own. And you learn to be a professional pussy eater. I
have.
Yeah.
I have.
So it paid off.
I have. It definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. It definitely paid off.
And perhaps maybe, there might be some men that may want classes.
I can teach them. I can teach them. All those out there, I can teach them.
Oh, God.
I'm telling you. Because...
My pillow. Sponsored
My pillow. Or my buddy.
I'm telling you.
Not my buddy.
Yeah. Don't.
I went far.
Too fucking far.
My bad.
You went to play. I had to stop and watch you go all the way up there, like.
You gotta reel me back in.
Come on back.
I mean, your story is actually pretty interesting. I think that you'd probably be surprised at what people did in order to prepare for that major sexual experience.
Well, it's like. Okay, prime example. As I got older, I got bigger, as far as size.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that was that I had heard was that I had heard that I'm just saying. That one of the things
because it takes me back to when you came in as Rick Ross and we were talking about salad tossing, and you said I had heard that that's what happened to Dr. Love. So that's why I asked you that.
I had heard.
Right.
I had heard. But I'm just saying. I had heard.
Okay. What
that,
you heard?
A lot of women, huh?
Van said it's an art after the smell test.
It's an art after the smell test?
Yeah, the cunnilingus. He has to do the smell test before.
Yeah. But
let's be clear. Some of y'all balls ain't all fresh as a daisy. Let's move on, though.
I'm so glad this is almost done.
Huh? Ain't that a mother?
Let's move on.
Ain't
My
that a mother?
bad. I be trying not to be petty, but let's move on.
I don't think you are trying not to be petty. I think you're specializing in being petty.
I try not to be petty.
I think you
really try not to be petty.
I'm just saying. I mean, but
I left you speechless.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, you came out of left field with that one.
I did come out of left field.
But okay. So what I was saying is that even when I got older, I had heard about women.
Don't use that line no more.
I had heard.
Okay. I have discovered.
I like that better.
Okay. But I've heard, though, that women was kind of shaky about getting with a big dude because there was a reputation of big guys that sweat a lot and breathe hard and they smell like chicken and the body fat and all that stuff. Yeah, or whatever. So I said to myself, okay, let me figure out how to change that. So I would take the time to actually make sure that, because if a person takes a shower, sometimes they may not get into those secret parts and dry off like you. So you know how people just dry off or whatever, but you got to take the time to actually dry yourself because certain parts tend to sweat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to get into that. I had to just practice on. So when it came down to the pussy eating or whatever, I said, you know what? Ain't no woman gonna let me practice on her at no 11. So I said, let me just go ahead and practice on something that
an inanimate object.
Huh?
An inanimate object.
Yeah. Well, no, but I saw the pillow. The pillow was also not only the clitoris, but a woman's nipples. So.
Now, I first of all, I damn sure can't see the pillow representing the clit. And then to even take it a step further, nothing about a pillow reminds me of titties.
You got to hold it a certain way.
You went too far into that zone.
I didn't go. Yeah, see, y'all, everybody is saying this because they just think, oh, it's a pillow.
I never looked at it as anything else but that.
When you go home tonight, look at your pillow. Look at all four corners. Take one of the corners into your hand as small as you can get it. And see what that was.
Van say no. And
Van gonna say no to every goddamn thing.
No, I mean he agreed with you on something. I'm gonna have to go back to Donna's comment when we were talking about men and y'all balls. She said especially when they're hairy and musky.
Okay, but what about y'all when y'all hairy and musky too?
Wait, let me ask a question. Do you all bathe like maybe once a week or so? Because I think sometimes y'all need to soak y'all damn balls.
I don't have a tub. Even when I did fit in my tub, I was scared to get in that bitch.
Okay.
Because there wasn't nobody around to pull me up.
Mr. Sensational?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
Do you get in the tub periodically or you just shower every day?
I've had, like, when I was hurt, if I was really hurt, I would get some Epsom salt or something, but I used to, a long time ago, I used to date this girl. She thought that it was real suspect.
Unsanitary?
To sit in the tub.
No, I think that y'all
I had a woman thought that it was unsanitary.
I think that from time to time, men, y'all have to soak y'all asses.
I heard that this one woman told me that she feels like it's unsanitary. And I asked her, I said, well, why? I've taken baths before. She says that when you take a bath, all of the dirt come off in the water. So when all the dirt comes off in the water, you're sitting in dirty water.
I think I can kind of see
versus
that.
Taking a shower where when you wash, the water is going right off you, right into the drain, versus sitting in a tub and you didn't wash yourself and now you got dirt. You're sitting in your own dirty water.
But I think that I love taking a bath. I think that sometimes.
Oh yeah, I mean yes, yeah.
But I think once you lather yourself up, I don't think you're. Well, I'm not sitting back in the water. I'm just rinsing myself off.
So you take a bath and then rinse yourself off under the shower?
No, I mean I sit in the tub and then I lather up and then I stand up once I lather up and so I rinse the water off. I don't sit back down in the water to get the soap off.
Okay.
But I see that point.
Right.
Yeah, I see that point. But I think that sometimes everybody needs to soak their asses.
Well, the tubs ain't what they used to be. Tubs used to come with the tiger feet on the bottom. They don't come with the tiger feet no more.
The what?
You've seen the tubs, them old tubs that look like tiger feet on the bottom. Little tiger paws that holds up the tub. I know people that can relate to that. Those are those old tubs.
Oh, so
Mark, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? The claws that hold up the tub.
Okay. So I'm gonna read this last comment. Van says, "If I don't feel fresh, I'll get her to wash it, and that leads to everything else. Yeah, that's exciting.
There you go, man.
That's exciting. So, we're running out of time, and I just want to take the time out to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I will post the entire show in the Intimacy Chronicle group.
And I will too.
And definitely follow me on Instagram at Queen_Jackie A if you're not already doing it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Queen Jackie A, the Intimacy Chronicles. We'll have some exciting things coming over the next couple of months. And just to kind of, I think in March or April, I'm actually going to be doing another reality show based out of Atlanta. So I'm looking forward to that. We will be doing some on-site appearances at different locations over the next couple of months. So come out, hang out with us. I'll post details as they develop. And thanks again, everyone, and have a great night.
Deuces!